If you've ever looked at the price of meat in the supermarket and thought, there just has to be a cheaper way to get enough protein in your diet, well, the answer could be growing, right now, in a corner of your own garden without you even knowing it.
Most people think of vegetables as just a side dish, something green next to the main course, but never really the main course itself. But several of the plants we're going to look at today contain a genuinely surprising amount of protein. In some cases, it's actually comparable to meat or dairy. And the best part is, all of them can be grown in a home garden or even in pots if you don't have much space. We're going to review 10 protein-rich vegetables, in what order to grow them and exactly how to sow each one in your own garden. So, let's begin.
Number 10. Spinach. Spinach is perhaps the most underestimated plant on this list. Most people see it simply as a decorative green leaf, but it actually contains a remarkably high amount of protein for a leaf, in addition to iron and calcium. Now, for how to grow it, you'll want to sow the seeds directly into loose, well-drained soil at a shallow depth in a spot that gets partial sun. Spinach prefers cooler weather, so autumn or early spring are definitely the best times to plant. Just water it regularly to keep the soil moist, and in about 5 to 6 weeks, you'll be able to harvest the first outer leaves without having to pull up the whole plant. Number 9. Brussels sprouts. Now, Brussels sprouts might have a bit of a bad reputation among those of us who tried them poorly cooked as children, but nutritionally, they are one of the most complete vegetables that exist. They have a considerably higher protein content than most leafy greens out there. Here is how to grow them. They do need a long, cool growing season, so it's best to sow them in late summer to harvest in autumn, or even after the first light frosts, which actually improves their flavor. Plant them with good space between them, in rich, well-fertilized soil. And you do have to be a little patient here, as they can take between 3 and 4 months to be completely ready. Number 8. Corn. The sweet corn that we all know and love actually contains way more protein than most people imagine, especially when you compare it to other warm-season vegetables like zucchini or cucumber. To grow corn, it needs to be sown in blocks, rather than in a single row. This is because it's wind-pollinated, so it really needs several plants nearby to produce full cobs. Sow the seeds directly into warm soil after the risk of frost has completely passed. Make sure they get good, direct sun all day, and water them regularly, especially when you see those cobs starting to form. Number 7. Peas. Peas, whether it's the kind you eat right in their pod or the ones that need to be shelled, are among the highest protein vegetables you can easily grow at home. They are also just incredibly rewarding plants, especially if you're a beginner gardener. For growing peas, sow them directly in the soil in early spring, just as soon as the ground can be worked. Peas really prefer cool weather, and they tend to stop producing well once that strong summer heat hits. Be sure to install a simple trellis or some kind of support, since most varieties like to climb. And in just about 8 weeks, you'll be harvesting.
Number 6. Fava beans. In many countries, fava beans are a traditional garden crop that has, unfortunately, been pushed aside a bit. And it really is a shame, because their protein content is remarkably high for a pod vegetable.
To grow fava beans, you sow them directly into the ground in late autumn or early winter if you live in a temperate climate, as they tolerate moderate cold quite well. If you're in a colder climate, early spring is best. They need full sun and well-drained soil, and they usually take between 4 and 5 months to be fully ready to harvest.
Number 5. Chickpeas. The chickpea is actually one of the legumes with the highest protein content that exists. And while many of us only ever buy them dried in a bag at the supermarket, growing them at home is surprisingly easy.
Here's how to do it. Chickpeas need a long, warm season, so sow them directly into the soil after all risk of frost has passed, right in a spot that gets full sun. It's a drought-resistant plant once it gets established, so it really doesn't require constant watering. It'll take between 3 and 4 months to be ready, depending on whether you want to harvest them green or let them dry out right on the plant.
Number 4. Lentils. Lentils are, gram for gram, one of the most concentrated sources of plant protein you can possibly grow, and yet surprisingly few people ever sow them in their own garden, despite how simple it really is.
For lentils, you just sow them directly into the soil in early spring, ideally in a place with full sun and good drainage. This is a tough plant that tolerates drought and poor soils remarkably well, which makes it absolutely ideal for anyone just starting out in gardening. They'll be ready to harvest in about 3 or 4 months, right when the pods dry out on the plant.
Number 3. Black beans. The humble black bean combines a considerable amount of protein with abundant fiber. It's truly one of the most versatile legumes you can have in your garden, whether you're eating them fresh or drying them to store for the whole year. To grow them, sow the seeds directly into warm soil well after any risk of frost has passed, in a spot that gets full sun. You want to water them regularly while the plant is actively growing. Then towards the end of the season, just let the pods dry completely on the plant before harvesting, especially if you plan to store them dried.
Number 2, soybeans. Soybeans, especially when harvested young and tender as edamame, contain one of the highest concentrations of complete protein in the entire plant kingdom. In fact, it's one of the very few plant sources that contains all 9 essential amino acids in significant amounts. That's something that's exceptionally rare outside of meat and dairy products.
Here is how to grow them. Sow them directly into warm soil, in a place with full sun, again after that frost risk has safely passed. It's actually a relatively fast-growing plant. You'll be able to harvest the tender pods for edamame in about 70 to 80 days, or you can just let them mature longer if you prefer to store the dry beans.
And coming in at first place, quinoa. Now, quinoa is technically grown as a seed, not a legume, but it's cooked and used exactly like a protein-rich cereal, which is why it tops our list today. Much like soy, quinoa contains all 9 essential amino acids. That makes it a genuinely complete protein source, which again is exceptionally rare among plants.
As for how to grow it, quinoa adapts beautifully to cool climates and even poor soils. You sow it directly into the soil in early spring. It needs full sun, but relatively little water once it's established. The plant itself can grow quite tall, so be sure to give it plenty of space. It'll be ready to harvest its seeds towards late summer, right when the panicles dry out and take on a beautiful golden tone.
So there you have it, 10 incredible plants. And if you look closely, almost all of them share something in common. They are legumes or grains that most people only ever see in their dried, packaged form bought at the supermarket. Most folks have no idea that they can be grown exactly the same way as a tomato or a head of lettuce, right in your own home garden.
Now, you certainly don't need to go and replace your entire diet overnight. But if you are looking to reduce your grocery bills and cut back on meat spending, or if you simply want to make better use of your garden space, any of these 10 plants is just an absolutely excellent starting point.
I'd love to hear from you. Tell me down in the comments which of these you might already grow, or which ones you'd really like to try this coming season. I make sure to read every single one of your comments, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts.